Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brent and today we're not going to be playing too long right now. I'm just hopping on really quickly. I hopped on earlier and just checked out what had been actually sold over in the auction house. So what I had actually expected here was that when I went and checked my auctions, the ore that I saw that was actually selling for more didn't actually end up selling. You can see here now that we're at 1 gold, 21 silver, just by selling the copper bars and a few other items. So I do actually have a few other items I can now smelt here. So I got all my ore out of the mailbox that didn't sell. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how this guy has progressed. You can see already we have decent gear on this Paladin. It's been really fun kind of leveling him up. I did actually come up kind of like a different idea. Oh, I did stop it there. I did come up with a different idea as far as the judgment macro. So I have been using my 1-1 macro. So basically I always number them by where they go in my key minings, like what numbers I go, like 1, 2, and then just whatever else I guess my other upper ones are. But the 1-1, I currently have it with a cast sequence where it resets every 10 seconds, which is basically the cooldown of the judgment. So what I want to do instead is maybe make two different cast sequences where the issue with this one here is that even if the judgment cooldown was it wasn't up yet, the seal of righteousness would still reproc. So here for instance, if I hit 1, I won't be able to do it now. Oh, it's actually overlapping now. See, hit cancel. Yeah, I'll wait for this to kind of finish up. Actually, yeah, you can see the combinations there. So if I hit 1, it tries to judge, and then immediately goes to the seal of righteousness. But I'm actually surprised it doesn't seal right now. You know, break this whole process of smelting. The reason I'm smelting this is to kind of clear up some of the backspace. Also, smelting them into bars is actually the best method. Even though yesterday or the day prior when I was leveling these all up, our notes for this was that the ore sold for roughly 3 silver each, and the copper bar sold for 2 silver 48. So it was almost 50 cents more per bar per ore to not smelt them. But we can tell here that, you know, when I pull these out of the mailbox, 40, 20 or 40 whatever of them did not smelt. I actually have 40. I'm going to have 46 of these now bars in my bag, and I'll be able to post these over in the auction house. I'm not going to be playing the Paladin not too much until I get my 100 to 60. So here's now here's what I wanted to do was try this new method out, because I'll go show you what these do here. I'll have 1, 2 here, kind of practice. So if I hit 1 right now, it'll cast my seal, and even though I can judge, and if I don't have a target to judge, if I hit it over and over, it just kind of wastes mana and does the seal of the righteousness over and over. And if I judge something right here, I can judge it and it'll automatically recast my seal. So I have sealed. Yeah, okay. So here, for example, I'm going to go ahead and judge the spider right here. We'll judge the wolf right here. Okay, we judge it. It'll reseal. I don't have to click anything else, and it resealed for me automatically. So that's the way that this one's set up. But if I can't judge and I just try and hit 1, it'll reseal even though I don't have the judge up. Or if I'm not in distance, it won't do it. So what I wanted to do instead, and then my 2 does it the right way. So if I hit it from far away, it won't be casting Seal of the Righteousness right now until I'm in range to judge, and then I have to double tap it. I have to double tap in order to reseal, but I can't hit it right now and cause the Seal of the Righteousness to reproc. So the other idea that I kind of thought about this was to do a third method, so 1-1-3, and instead of this cast sequence with, in the line here, make it into 2 different cast sequences. I don't know if it'll work, but we can go like this. So now this becomes like this. I'm going to skin this real quick and then try this on this wolf over here so I can skin it. Okay, so I run up. Okay, it actually does reseal. So if I hit it right now, it does reseal because it's not, yeah, it's not hidden behind that judgment in the process. So yeah, it works the same way as the one method. So yeah, there's nothing there. So the current best way of doing this right now to not waste mana is to just have everything within the same cast sequence, and then have. That's weird that it doesn't. That this one lasts so long though, so I can hit this over and over. Oops. Cast sequence. Reset equals 10. Yeah, see, it doesn't go behind the cast sequence because it's in the next line. Even with that cast sequence reset, which is interesting. Okay, so I prefer the second one. So I think that's going to be my primary one I'm going to be using, and just rename it to my primary. And then 2, what did I have for 2? Oh, this is just, I don't know why I have it as a tooltip versus just using this. Now I'm using Seal of the Righteousness rank 2, or rank 1. The reason for this is that they both do, they did the same amount of damage prior. This one does 2 through 8, this one does 3 through 11. Yesterday when I was looking at this, it didn't have the same, and also the holy damage was almost the same. It gave me a range, so that's interesting that that's that way now too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So this just kind of scales with my leveling, and I'll take out that rank, which will make it use the maximum rank available. So I'll kind of just cast my seal, run in, and if I hit judge twice, my 1/1 twice, it'll judge and recast my Seal of the Righteousness rank 2, or I'll just kind of be able to do whatever. So that is basically it for this guy. I am going to go ahead, run into town really quick, and put some more stuff in the auction house. I guess I could have just sent it over to my alt in order to kind of put stuff in the auction house, but I kind of wanted to keep this guy a little bit different to kind of see. A lot of people say that paladins are really hard to level. I think it just depends on the gear and your professions. If you can get ahead by taking up really good professions early on that allow you to scan, to mine, you'll make a lot of money early on. You can see that we're already over our gold, and we're at level 14 right now. And even if it wasn't for being able to sell stuff to the auction house, if materials didn't sell for much in the auction house, you know, a stack of copper doesn't sell for much. You can see market price times 20, roughly about 65 silver. So we might get another 65 silver there, another 65 silver there. That's another gold 20. So we'll basically double our money. We have a few bars here, and we can vendor a few of these other items. I do have my new weapon, my one-hitter, 5.5. Yeah, so this would replace my tanking gear for that one, because eventually I'll probably use this stuff to tank. If I can do some VC later on, I'll go ahead and, you know, put on a sword and board and tank with it. But for the time being, I'll go ahead and not tank. Also, I guess I could train some first aid up.
What can I do for you?
Those guys look kind of cool. But not a big video right now. I'm just kind of waiting on my kiddo to kind of get finished, and then we're going to be putting him to bed, and then kind of jetting off, and then coming back on playing the hunter till He's almost 51, probably less than a bar, I think, when I logged out last night. I am going to be heading over to the Hinterlands today in order to knock out the egg quest. Maybe try and get one more quest in the ST run.
You need
I'm going to
something?
sell some of this stuff too. What was that?
Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff, such as the leather and other items, that really aren't worth keeping. Like the chunk of boar meat. I know a lot of people use this stuff for leveling their cooking, but it doesn't sell for much. You can probably get more. I guess you can actually get a few silver off this. Like silver 50 versus vendoring it for 3. So 150 there. Wonder if that's actually the cheapest price. Yep, 150 a piece. So you can put it for 148. I just put it for 99 here. 4 of them. Keep my potions, those are really nice. I'll do some of this while I'm kind of in the auction house. This is my tanking gear. Let's go see if we can sell these tiger eyes for what? Yeah, actually, each of these can vendor for 1 silver here. We can actually bid on this for 49 copper. If we win it, we'll actually be able to vendor it for more than what we can vendor it for. These ones here, I'm basically just kind of making a 21 copper profit. And if we go here to the auctions and kind of post this, you can see how much it's going to cost you. A deposit is 20 copper. So that's basically my whole profit margin right there. So it's not worth it to auction house tiger eyes. So tiger eyes, that's basically vendorable right here. Along with the, actually, I don't think I've checked the stingy meat. That's 4 copper a piece versus just, oh, this is 4 silver a piece. So stingy wolf meat goes for 4 silver. So $3.99 and $2.99. We'll just kind of post this in the auction house. And why did that not go? Is it because I'm not enough of the item? Oh, I only have 3. That would make sense. Okay, these are green. I'm gonna go ahead and craft 1 more, and then I'll talk to the first aid guy and be able to make the heavy linen. Oh, I did interrupt it on time. I'll go ahead and make 1 more. So I have an even amount. Okay. So this is not worth vendoring. The light leather, that's 15 copper a piece. You know, again, if you look at profit margin, it's not really worth it. That's why I kind of vendor all my leather right now. It's not worth it till I think heavy or so. I'll put this in the bank. The malachite, that goes for 29 copper. Basically the profit of this. I want to vendor. I'm going to keep. Actually, I'm going to vendor all this. That's now I can vendor the copper ore. So now, look at that copper price right there. The other day when I was doing this, copper bars were going for 248. So now today is the 29th. 29 November 19. Copper bar equals, what was it? 326. So 3 silver, 26 copper. So basically 325 a piece right there. 325 a piece. 325, 225. We'll make 2 stacks of 20. And then say 6 stacks of 1. And now this will put it at the top. And see what else we can kind of sell. Ochre, I don't think that's going to be useful. Yeah, just copper, so that's all vendorable. Mechanical squirrel, that's kind of an interesting one there. I don't know what this will kind of go for. I'm going to say just put 15. Because I'm going to go a little bit crazy. And to see what this kind of goes for. Maybe somebody will buy it. Who knows? I don't care. Hops, I don't think that goes for much. 10 silver a piece. it's much more that I can get vendoring it. So I'm going to go 1-1 and go for 9.99 and 7.6.99. Put 4 of those. Rough stone, I generally vendor this. Let's take a look here. So one of these is 2. I mean, I guess you kind of get a profit margin. If you buy it out, it's 8 silver for the whole stack, which is, you know, not great. I'm just going to vendor it. I'm going to make this in the heavy linen cloth. This is my food. This is my water. This is my mana. And that's basically it. Yeah. The buff bot. Okay. So we can sell all this stuff now. This goes in the auction house, so when I actually decide to cook maybe later on. And I don't like my dress, but I'm going to be wearing my dress until I get something better.
You need something?
Nope, I just need to put something in here, so I guess I do need something.
See you around.
Okay. So now we can go ahead and go to the first aid guy, train the next first aid, and then I'm basically done for this specific guy. Kind of just got him to the point where he's good. I'm not going to be leveling him up at the moment. He's currently at level 14, which gives him 5 talent points. I have 5 out of 5 into Benediction. Benediction is a much better talent than improved Blessing of the Might for level Retribution. This provides mana reduction, which is going to increase your overall ability to just continuously just level. And plus, when you have your improved Judgment, you're going to be judging a lot more because of that reduced cooldown. Versus 10 seconds is now down to 8 seconds. So this is just going to be much more beneficial than just slight 4% increase to your Blessing of Might, which at level, you know, when you're leveling, in the process of leveling, Blessing of Might is not going to be giving you a whole lot of power. I mean, if you're maybe at the max level with that 100 AP from the Blessing of Might, then you might get that 20%, would be like an extra 20 some, maybe more. But yeah, it's definitely not worth it right now at its current level. So if you are out there suggesting paladins get Blessed of Might, definitely do not listen to them. They don't know much about their paladin. Now from this point, I'm going to be going 2 points into improved judgment, 3 points into deflection in order to unlock my 3rd tier. From my 3rd tier, I'll go 1 point into steel command, 2 points into pursuit of justice before going back into conviction in order to get that critical strike. That's going to be my main focus until I kind of max that out. Once that is maxed out, I'll move back into deflection, unlocking my next tier. None of these are really worth it for the retribution tree, and then it'll be once you have this, deflection I believe gets maxed out, which will unlock my 2-hand specialization and my sanctity aura. I think the specialization takes priority over sanctity aura. This increases your holy damage by 10%, versus this increases your overall weapon damage, your physical weapon damage plus, because now you're dealing more damage with your weapon. It also increases your steel damage versus this just increasing your steel damage. So I think that's how that kind of plays out. And then once you max out these, you get this one. This unlocks the next tier with your Vengeance. You max out Vengeance. And I forgot what level you'll be by then. So 15, 20, 25, 30. Just a few points into Vengeance. Once you get level 32, you can go ahead and respec to Protection, where you'll get Redoubt, you'll get your Precision, you'll get your Guardian's Favor, and that'll give you your let's see, it's 15, 20, 23, 25, or 26. And then this one, Reckoning, is where you kind of get into Reckoning, Bless, and a Sanctuary. Then you'll be able to AoE grind as a Paladin, which is really nice. That's a lot of fun. being able to AoE grind, you have a lot more survivability. You'll be able to tank just a whole bunch of physical mobs. Plus, if you're like me and leveling and skinning, you'll be able to just kind of grind sometimes in some nice grinding areas. So that is basically it for today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy this quick little snippet, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Again, drop me a comment. Let me know what class you're currently playing. Are you currently playing Retail or Classic? Are you playing a Paladin? Let me know what class you're playing. Are you playing Horde or Alliance? And that is basically it. Remember to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button below and hitting the notification bell to be notified every time I go live here on YouTube. So that is it for today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.